Here with us now, investigative journalist and crusader Ian Carroll. Ian, what do you think of all this?
I think you're hitting the nail on the head by going through all of these examples of large donors that are connected to trafficking, that are connected to the Democratic Party, the modern Democratic Party. And I think it speaks to a really dark and deeper pattern of what the state, the establishment, military-industrial complex state is doing to control powerful celebrities in order to push the agendas, the voting, the propaganda that they want.
Yeah, I mean, the last time we talked about Diddy, we were talking about all the hallmarks he seems to have where, you know, the state probably has a lot more involvement with P. Diddy than they're letting on. But ultimately, the line between these donors and the policies are so ugly. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers between people who are being trafficked across our border and the amount of politicians who sing the praises of a wide open border. It's estimated 4.8 million humans are sexually trafficked, according to the Walk Free Foundation. 4.8 million. And the Democrats want no accountability to any of that?
They actually want more open borders, and they want to enshrine their new open border policies into law so that they're no longer just guidelines, but are actually legally binding policies of the American government. And you point out the vast number of people, the millions of people that have been trafficked across the border, but it's worth also shining a light on the admitted over 300,000 children that are missing officially through the current U.S. system of essentially illegal immigration that is sanctioned by our own government.
Yeah.
And the current system allows for those children to be sponsored by just about anyone that wants to sponsor a child in the United States. And that has pretty much spawned
it's
an open...
crazy. We've covered that story on this network, and we've covered Tara Rodas, the whistleblower from HHS, who exposed that story. Over 300,000. She said that's on the low end, but stunning stories of dozens of kids being assigned to one address, and the kids get there and say, I don't know who this person is, but this is my assigned person. Our government just says, yes, we're going to drop you off, and we see nothing wrong with this.
Yeah, Ryan Mata and J.J. Carroll recently put together a new documentary called What is Treason? It's a two-part documentary, and they point out how our U.S. government has essentially taken over two of the most dangerous legs of human trafficking that used to be done by organized crime within the United States, and has basically gone into business with the cartels that are now bringing children to the border, dropping them across the border wall with an address on them or a sponsor's name on them. And now the U.S. government is completing the transportation leg for these children to their sponsors, which in most cases are people that they do not know and are not related to. And then those kids go missing into America and are never seen again.
So I know you spend a lot of time reading these lawsuits, reading, following money trails. And who do you think is the next domino to fall here? It seems like we have a very interesting list of celebrities that are falling. Who do you think you'll be reading? Who do you think you'll be laying out next?
My eyes, and I think a lot of people's eyes, are on the Carters. Jay-Z and Beyonce, allegedly. And I say allegedly because they have been somewhat litigious in the past, as has J-Lo. And it's not just pure speculation. Jay-Z is deeply tied to Diddy. His rise to fame was in direct connection to P. Diddy. And in the void left behind the murders of Tupac and Biggie Smalls back in the 90s, which Diddy has long been rumored to have been a part of. Jay-Z is not without allegations with music industry. A lot of people have been whispering for a very long time that Jay-Z is complicit in very similar acts, and he has risen to a very similar level of fame and a very similar level of connectedness to the Democratic Party and to many of these famous politicians.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.